mainly because they knew that this day would come where we would be cognitive enough to put the pieces of the puzzle together, right? And use it to raise people back up out of their sarcophagus for that sun inside of you that is you, the self, right? To rise up and resurrect. They call that the karas. The ka is the spirit, and the ras is the head, spirit head. And you are the karas of your progenitors. 16 on your mother's side, 16 on your father's side. That's 32. And you the resurrection of that. The Indo-Euro didn't understand that. They didn't know how to interpret it. They just decided to articulate it their own way. Because they never got initiated. We never allowed them access to that type of information. So they made it mean what they wanted it to mean. And just because you make it mean what you want things to mean, don't mean that it's true. That's not the way that it worked, Pink Man. They over there right now turning all of the sisters on the wall light skinned. They got Italian artists over there right now. That's vandalism. Let me go downtown and start spray painting the buildings and start drawing hieroglyphs on it. They're going to tell me that's vandalism. But you'll go over there in the happy Nile Valley culture, into those temples, into the occult centers, and change the faces. That's blasphemous. Do that shit in the Sistine Chapel. Go to that so-called ancient Greek shit and go remake that. Why you over there messing with us? Why you messing with that stuff? Because you want my grandchildren to think that it's you instead of me. That's evil. And then right here in the Western world. And I'm talking about this because I'm almost finished with my book. I got to upload this thing before I keep adding on to it, because I keep adding on, y'all. I will. I don't want it to be too long and verbose, right? But what happens, the Olmecs, man, they tried everything in their power to distort the nose on the Olmec, and they couldn't do it. They wanted to real bad. They tried. You could see where they put little chips. They tried to chip it off. It didn't work. So they just like, shit, let's hide it. They tried to hide them in the ground. Y'all know that? They tried to hide the Olmec heads in the ground. They can't even move them. They don't even got equipment big enough to move that stuff. These beings was giants. We've been here for millions of years, man. Stop letting them put you on a punk ass timeline. You only been here 6,000 years. That don't mean that my story is 6,000 years old, because that's when your ass decided to, be born. They be like, yeah, the ancient Egyptians, they came into civilization 3,500 years ago. Like, you sat there and watched that shit happen. You didn't even have access to none of that. So that's a bunch of crap. We've been here for millions of years. Just the top ice themselves, 17.2 million. Today they call them the leprechauns. When they tell you about the leprechauns, and we ruled that area too, in Ireland. All of that was us. Everywhere. Because I told y'all about Tatanin. I'll be having to go back that far on people so it can remove the conjecture of the Indo-Euro system. So when I say Tatanin, they're like, oh, what's that? You know what Tatanin is. That's the Great Mound. And it in itself is shaped like a pyramid. Think it's a coincidence if you look at all the mountains, they all shaped like pyramids? Y'all ever notice that? Why is that?